And welcome back to a wrestling podcast, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It is I, your favorite Indie Darn Lone Star, casting over Mr. Must See TV, Chris Goddamn Magnus, filling in as primary because our friend Dave is not feeling well today. So first and foremost, I want to get all the good love and energy going out to Xanatos 1138. Hope you feel better, big dog. But per usual, if one homie down, we bring another one right in. And who do we got today? Per usual, the GOAT, the guy, the god, the equator, the sun, the moon, MJ All Star.
What up? What up? It's your boy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here it feels like per usual, like whenever I can. But seats getting filled, and I'm here to talk about the most exciting tournament of the year, and plus just the whole entire week of wrestling, because it's been a great week. It's been a pretty decent week, actually.
I mean, if your company doesn't end in E, y'all had a great week. Y'all had a great week. Because I know we haven't been here in about 2 weeks. Sorry, shit happens. But I do want to start on some crazy shit. Monday Night Raw. I know I'm the only one out of the three of us that consistently watches that show. Why? Only God knows.
No one knows.
But I was shocked to see that Monday Night Raw started with wrestling. No town hall. Well, little asterisk, because there was a recap of Saturday night's main event, which I will talk about.
Oh, lovely, please.
Which I will talk about.
That.
Oh boy. But it started with, I believe it was a tag match. Dragon Lee, Javon Evans against, the Vision. But hey. Who cares, right? Who cares? Do you know why I'm so upset that I had to start the podcast off immediately after giving, my remarks to my dear friend who's not feeling well? It's because there were no women's matches on Monday.
Not a one. I saw that after like the entire event happened. I saw a Bleacher Report and I went, "Damn, not one women's match, not even a segment. That's insane." That they didn't
Oh
even
well,
have a segment.
little caveat, because you know me. I got super WWE, whatever that fucking does me. I get to see what happens during the commercials. So there was a segment in the stands with Byron Saxon with Raquel and Roxanne that nobody saw because it was during a commercial.
So basically, no women's wrestling or
Yeah,
segment
basically
on
no
Monday.
women's wrestling matches or segments on Monday Night Raw.
Do you remember when NXT and the women's Raw roster had at one point probably had the most stacked women's roster at the time?
Yes, it was before I was watching wrestling, but I was aware.
And now it feels like the give up on, hey, let's have a decent women's roster, hey, let's have a deep enough women's roster to consistently like prove why that is the statement that it is. But unfortunately, if you're not going to use the women you have, I mean, you have people like Magaliv Morgan, you got people like Maxine Dupree, you have people like Natty, which again, it's Natty, but you can still use her. You
Am I
have
glad that she's
Fatal
elevating the women on
Influence.
NXT? Yes,
Yes.
sure. But like,
She's also a 40-year-old veteran who's been doing it for quite a while, and people forget that Natty's first gimmick was her farting. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Natty's first gimmick, Natalia's first gimmick in WWE was her doing squats backstage and farting. I'm not joking. I'm not. All right, guys. This is now the MJ All Star podcast.
I just
Um,
because I watch this show and I find myself not being able to really watch it without cracking open a Four Loco, and that's not good. This is piss poor television. I'm sitting here watching TV, and my homegirl calls me and she's like, "Oh, it's Monday. The bad wrestling's on. I'm sorry." And when Wednesday happens, the
oh,
good
Peak is
wrestling.
on.
Oh, Peak. Oh, Peak. Oh, you're staying up tonight? Oh, you must be watching New Japan. Have fun.
It's always funny when I tell my friends, hey, I'm staying up late tonight. Oh, what are you staying up to? Like 2:30? Why? I promised my my followers, I'd stay up and watch wrestling. And then you have to like look at your non-wrestling fans who stare at you like you're staying up till 5:30 in the morning to watch wrestling. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And it's in Japanese wrestling specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you don't
They got a
understand
guy
what
over there named Ryohei Oiwa. Just the
he's
future.
awesome. He's great. But like then, but going back to the whole like WWE thing, like first of all, I saw maybe some clips on Twitter like I always do every Monday and every Friday. Not because I don't watch the show. I'm not gonna sit through an entire. Anyway, but the fact that you have this deep of a women's roster, yes, I understand that like we have storylines to push, we got shit to do. Can you name me one women's match that's happening at SummerSlam that's like been genuinely pushed? Besides, like genuinely, not the ladder match that doesn't count. That's a quick. Hey, we don't have a women's champion. Let's crown one. I can't name a single women's match happening at SummerSlam. Can you?
Yeah, yeah, I can, I
It's-
can. The Women's World Championship match.
Oh
Io
my God, I
Sky
forgot that
versus
was even
Liv
happening.
Morgan.
I forgot that was even happening. You know
Oh, you
why?
might have forgot that was happening because the Judgment Day in its entirety has been feuding with Danhausen.
I'm sorry, you said what?
Oh, you didn't know? Oh, you didn't know? Oh yeah, on Mondays, there's a dedicated time slot and segment for at least two Danhausen Judgment Day little kerfuffles. Yeah. Hold on, wait, because on Monday, guys, chat, on Monday, Obafemi got hit in the head with a bag of money that JD McDonough threw behind, like just threw behind him because it was fake money that Danhausen gave him. Because that's the number one storyline on Monday Night Raw is that Danhausen owes the Judgment Day $10,000.
What is this plot? What?
No, don't worry because like it has some payoff. It has some payoff because a little flashback to Saturday night's main event. The big, Madison Square Garden. For some reason Roman Reigns called out Jalen Brunson, and Jalen Brunson responded on Twitter with, "I'll be there, I'll be there." But before that, J.D. McDonough and Danhausen had I'm gonna take a little swig for this. No holds barred, DQ match, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And obviously Dominic Mysterio got involved. He was getting jumped. And an actual funny spot. Crucify me in the comments if you want. The Minihausens came back. They came from under the ring and started attacking JD and Dom. Hey, those guys got work. They're getting paid.
I'll
That's
give them
all I
that.
really care about that.
I will give them that.
Those gentlemen are getting paid, and you know,
Every time someone describes WWE to me, it sounds like a fucking fever dream.
oh,
Holy
it gets
shit.
better. It gets better. It gets better.
How
Because
could it get better?
For some reason, I don't know where this started, but it made me think of Myeon Myeon from the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. Hey, shout out, what's his name? Hyo?
Yo.
Yeah, shout out Hyo. That guy's cool. But he brought out a pink, no, sorry, a plush cat, a plush black cat.
Daryl?
Hey, oh no, you don't know where this is going.
Sticker
During the
promo
match,
Daryl.
as you were aware, Dominic Mysterio stole Danhausen's custom Knicks jersey. Yes, you're following.
Okay.
And it got ripped up in the kerfuffle during the match. So Danhausen has the cloning machine on the ramp. Came out with the cloning machine. He puts the stuffed cat and the Knicks jersey into the cloning machine. You see where I'm going with this? And then out pops Karl Anthony Towns from the New York Knicks. Comes out with shades on, walks to the ring with Danhausen, double choke slams both of them, choke slams JD again, puts Dom through a table, and then JD hits his new finisher, the Triple D, the Scorpion Death Drop.
Mm, we talk about the good wrestling now?
No, 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 because in the main event, well, what
Hold
you
on.
would,
Let me hold on. Pause. Yo,
if
hold
you
on,
think I'm
time out.
joking, I'm not.
It does. What's so bad about this is
Hand to God.
everything you're describing. All I saw was that Carl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson pulled up. My nigga,
That's
everything
not
in
all.
between sounds like a fucking like fanfic.
That's not all. Because why would Roman Reigns call out Jalen Brunson and ask him to come acknowledge him in Madison Square Garden? Well, of course, because they're gonna have a standoff against Seth Rollins and Tyrese Halliburton from the Indiana Pacers. Where Tyrese Halliburton and Seth Rollins are looking up at the lights while Brunson and Roman Reigns are standing tall after their kerfuffle. This was free on YouTube. I can see why.
Yo,
Oh, I
this
can see why.
this shit gotta be AI.
Gotta be
These niggas
AI.
gotta be booking with
You
AI.
can't. What you can't forget about the tag match. You know, Gunther and Sami Zayn versus CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
Was
And
that any good? Was it any good? Was it decent? Was it good? Was it okay? Exactly what I expected. Yep. All right. Was there
But
anything
there
good
was a
about
but
that?
there was a fun stipulation. There was
I
like if
saw the
Gunther and
stipulation.
Sammy win, it was a fatal four way at SummerSlam, which would have been an actual good match. But hey, fuck it.
Nigga like me, as soon as I saw that shit on Twitter, I went, okay,
Oh, but they're
sure.
building a story. They're building a story because when after the match, CM Punk put the title over his head and hit Cody in the face with it, which led to a backstage segment where he was like, "Hey, was that an accident? Hey, oh, you always do this. You're getting so emotional. This wasn't an accident." And they start pushing each other, and then for some reason Trick Williams is there.
I'm gonna let you know this right now. Minor inconveniences being the standard feud bearers is annoying as shit.
Would
I'm sick of niggas having no heat behind a match, and they need the smallest shit. It was with Roman versus the Sex Pest. It was the title when these niggas was trying to grab a belt. That was that. These niggas were, and then we have niggas who are pushing me in the fucking backstage. Now we gotta have a blood feud. Like I,
Well, don't you remember the funniest version of this though? Kevin Owens and the Bloodline, all this over a cup of coffee.
it's what I mean, bro. It's the small little shit. Sometimes it's good, but I don't care about Cody versus Punk. There's nothing there for
What
me.
do you mean? There's nothing there. They've been teasing it since their returns. What? It's 10 years in the making. What are you talking about?
I don't want to
What? They
see
were never in the same company at the same time. Meh, except when they were, and Cody wasn't shit, and now he is, and who gives a fuck? Hey, I just want to point out when both of them niggas are out of the good company. Look at the main event of Wembley Stadium in a couple of weeks. True braps.
look at the main event of what's happening Sunday.
You know what? Fuck the WWE right now. We can talk about that shit later. Let's talk about Redemption because I don't think we've talked about that since the podcast has started. I mean,
We
since
haven't talked. We haven't. Let me just go ahead and pull up Redemption's card right quick because this is something I've been wanting to talk about since like I've had time to actually get on this podcast. This pay per view for being a mid in between pay per view, nigga, we got some graps coming up. Now I'm gonna say the worst match starting. I'm gonna start with the worst matches and then get to the good ones.
I
First
don't
of
even know what
all,
you're gonna say. I don't even know what you're gonna say. Leave them old niggas alone.
bro, get this nigga the Chris Jericho out of my company.
Oh, that's not. Oh, okay. That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
No, we're not there yet, because at least that match is going to be decent. No, we're going to start with a no holds barred match against a almost. This nigga Jericho is 50. 50. And he's doing a no holds. We're still doing the Painmaker gimmick in 2026?
never got to see the Painmaker, so it's gonna be cool.
He was at least it was decent during 2018 New Japan when he was fresh off his return. He was still out here. He faced Evil. He faced Naito, and actually was killing niggas. But it's
What do you mean he is fresh off his return? And he had a match against Ricochet and Tommaso.
anyway. Tommaso Ciampa, if you lose this fucking match,
He's not gonna lose. He's not gonna lose. He's not gonna lose.
Tony, don't do Gato.
He hasn't won a match since he's been back. Well, okay, that's not true because he's been winning the like the standby Ring of Honor nigga matches.
Yeah. Regardless, this would be better for Ciampa than it would be for Jericho. Jericho does not.
That's what he's doing. They're building up Tommaso. Like they're gonna make him that main event star, and it's gonna be great for when Johnny gets there. I can't
wait for that. I need if Johnny gets there. This nigga want to sit on a fucking. Anyway, we're not talking about
just
the
an
company.
Update. He is still doing that, by the way. Candice is doing more than he is. Candice is about to start feuding with Blake Monroe. Legit, like if they. Quick aside before we get back to this redemption shit. If they let those women wrestle, that could be the spark that reignites the entire women's division. And you know it to be true. You sense it in your heart.
I sense it in the fact that I know it could happen. But we'll put it aside for now because Candice LeRae and Blake Monroe are getting 10 minutes. Anyway, back to actual good wrestling. There is going to be a buy-in match that they haven't really announced. Something celebrating 80 years of the Roge wrestling dynasty. I don't know who that is. I'm sure that's somebody important, but I don't know any wrestler with the last name Roge.
Some white man, I'm sure.
Anyway, there's a 6-way ladder match for a shot at the AEW International title that's going to be at Redemption, which, holy fuck, that's going to be good, because any ladder match on pay-per-view is good.
Commander.
Commander.
Speedball Mike Bailey.
Jack Perry. I don't really care about Jack Perry.
And this Saturday, one of the qualifier matches just got announced, and it's Leo Rush versus El Clon.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a fucking match. That is going to be a match and a half.
So far, we have talked about those 3 matches. Men, which I'm sure will be the second match to open the show, or maybe the actual opener of the show. Death Riders, Will Ospreay, and Jon Moxley versus the Young Bucks. Now, none of these men in this match are any types of slouches. This match is going to be great. Tag team grabs on pay-per-view are always great, especially when there's no belts on the line, nothing going on. It's always just my favorite time when it comes to this company. The only little caveat that I think this match could have is that one of the Young Bucks could pin Mox and get a title shot.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
That would be sick.
Just
that'd be so
put it on
sick.
PPV. It could just be a great little Dynamite right after the show. You could put it on Dynamite right after the show, and then John can go out there. He can absolutely kill one of the Bucks, and then Ospreay can sit out there and watch that, and then Kenny can come out and save his best friends, and then these niggas can build that feud up. Because as much as this feud between Ospreay and Kenny is that, it is also Kenny versus the Death Riders. It's Kenny versus Mox.
And before we move on, I just wanna say something. Y'all were talking all this shit. This feud has no heat. This feud is so milquetoast. Why is Ospreay comparing themselves to Goku and Vegeta? That's so corny. First of all,
they are Goku and Vegeta.
They are. And second of all, it is corny. And
that's why we love it.
Like, I hate a wrestling fan that hates fun.
Which is most wrestling fans.
I saw a dude today at my job, and this is gonna come back perfectly into the pay-per-view. He had on a rated R superstar shirt. I said, "Hey man, I like your shirt. That's cool as hell. You watching the pay-per-view this weekend?" He said, "Pay-per-view? Which one?" "Redemption." "Oh, I don't watch AEW." I just let him go. I said,
"You got it."
And I should have known, because then he came back up and then he bought a Triple H figure. Follow when I see it. But, whew. Speaking of people leaving WWE and then flourishing, Andrade versus Mark Davis. Man, I love when great people get good things in return. I just love it. It's unfortunate that Mark Davis is going to lose that title. Hate to see it, hate to say it, but that is definitely what is going to happen.
And what's so funny about all of this is the fact that everyone feels like, oh, it's over. He's not gonna. Mark Davis. Oh my god, bro. We have so much shit to talk about this pay-per-view. There's so much shit to talk about this entire pay-per-view because Mark Davis versus the GOAT, the God, the Sun, the Equator, the Moon, the Demon, the Holy Emperor, my Mexican Demon, Andrade. And Andrade's winning this match. Mark Davis is no slouch too. Nobody on this card is a slouch. This whole pay-per-view is going to be great.
Oh, again, My World has another pay-per-view appearance. Huh. Where's that rating, Meltzer?
You're never getting it.
Because as much as I enjoy Hikaru Shida, she's losing. She's losing. My World is on a generational run right now. Because if you can pin Athena, Hikaru Shida should be nothing. No offense. Again, Hikaru Shida, no fucking slouch. She's one of them ones. Demon. But that's the it girl. That's arguably top 5 black female wrestlers wrestling right now.
And the funniest part about it, because like Maya World, I want her to win this match. I want her to win so fucking bad. It's not even funny. I need Maya to win this match expeditiously.
Like convincingly. I don't want this to be like, oh, she won by the... No, I want her to plant her in the mat, either tap her out or get a 3 count in the middle of that ring. Because she can do it.
I need Maya to absolutely kill that woman.
Yeah.
I need her to kill that woman. Like, I love Shida. I love everything about Shida. I've loved Hikaru Shida since he started in AEW. However, I need her to go out there and murder. We've already talked and praised. We've praised Maya. I'm begging you. If you win this TBS title, I will glaze. GOAT. I'm ready to glaze.
I'm buying merch. I'm buying merch.
Shit. I'm not gonna lie, I feel so bad because I love how he immediately made that Shota bet. And like one match in, this nigga did not even make it 2 matches. I was so excited too. I was like, oh, I'm ready in my wallet for August 13th. I can't wait. And then immediately I just, oh, okay. Alrighty then. That you merch, go ahead.
But you know, Pink. Kyle Fletcher, Bandito. You know, there are times as a wrestling fan where you patient. You sit through SmackDown segments of fucking Fraxium versus the War Raiders, not getting time. You sit through whatever the fuck they're doing with Chelsea Green.
Can you name me the last time Chelsea Green's been relevant?
Okay. You know, you have women on the roster like Jordan Grace.
Doing nothing.
Doing nothing. Nothing.
You created women's mid-card belts for this reason.
You have Lyra Valkyria. Like, I love Bayley. But Bayley does tend to have a Jericho vortex in her sometimes.
The Bayley vortex is trash, son.
And I love Bayley. Like, but Lash Legend, what are you doing with her? Nothing. Why is she not fighting for a title? Like, why isn't Lash and Trick both U.S. titles holders right now? And y'all could be playing on that. They're both on the same brand right now. They're married. Y'all loved doing that shit with Seth and Becky and AJ and Punk. Come, like, Johnny Gargano was one of the greatest wrestlers in the world,
In
bar
the
none.
world.
And he's sitting on a crate. You have CM Punk looking at him being like, ugh, get away from me, peasant. You have Gunther being like,
Even
what is
Gunther
this?
is making you look like a punk. He's just sitting there going, pleb. And like, Johnny, do you hate this company? Yes, I get it. Leave.
Infinite trips to Disney World with your kids cannot be the worth of your soul. It
This
just can't
job
be.
don't pay enough for you to not be doing no
Don't,
grabs.
because I know I don't want to disrespect him as a man, but I know they asked him for a pay cut, and I know he, like, if they did, he'd probably take it.
You
Because
know,
I know for a lot of wrestlers,
fact,
this is their dream.
you know for a fact that Johnny definitely took that pay cut.
And I don't want that to be true. Because
Bailey,
him
don't
and
take no pay
Candace.
cut. Bailey, don't take that pay cut.
Bailey, you and
need to
Mercedes
get up.
Moné could win the AEW women's tag belts.
Do you understand how much like we could build on a Bailey versus Monet actual fucking PP? Wrestle Dream is coming up.
And I know y'all talking to each other all the time. I know, hey,
You know they
Bailey,
be
you
on
know
the
you pay
phone.
that $99.99 to talk to text your best friend, girl.
You know they be kicking their feet up talking about some. I saw that match, bitch. That shit was fire.
Hey, no, you know that Mercedes talking to Mo. She was like, girl, why ain't they giving you time? Girl, come over here.
Girl, if you don't pull up to the W, if you don't pull up to the AEW, you know what we
Pull
do
up to
over
the
here.
dub, girl. Pull up
It's
to
what we
Jacksonville.
do
I'll put in a
over
good word
here.
for you. I'll put
And
in a
you
good
already
word.
in the same state. You already
Hey,
in the
hey.
same state. Nah, but man, I'm done talking about this fucking this company.
Okay.
My World, Hikaru Shida is going to be a sleeper match on this pay-per-view. I actually don't know. I actually didn't see any build for this match. I don't know if it was built on Collision.
There was some
Okay.
build for it because Hikaru was, I think, she was beating on Queen Amanada, which, hey, that's a no-go in my household. And every
Beating on
time
black
that
women?
Sheeta has a
Nah,
match and Maya World is coming out and defending it, so there's some build up to it. So I appreciate the fact that it's not like in your face, but if you're watching the show, you understand why this match is on the card.
To be fair, I don't watch every week because your boy's working most of the fucking day anyway. So there is like Hikaru. This match has some hype for me. I'm excited for that. Moving on to the absolute match that I think could sweep the whole card. Kyle Fletcher and Bandito. Oh,
I pray for days like this.
I get to see an absolute peak matchup. Now, it's been really funny to me that Bandito's been on like the last 4 pay-per-views. For the simple fact of this nigga Bandito keep getting on this pay-per-view. I know that Tony love him some Bandito. Can we get some Brody King?
Hey,
I love
King versus
Bandito.
Okada. Brody King versus Okada.
We need that on all. We need that on in All In. I'm so serious, Tony. I need it. But Kyle Fletcher versus Bandito, it's gonna be a great match. Both men are decently good high flyers. It's more Bandito who's the high flyer than Kyle Fletcher, but Fletch, he's not a slouch on that aspect.
Kyle Fletcher might be like top 5 strikers in this company.
His kicks are lethal.
It like the running like Insagiri into the corner. That, oh my god!
And I thought only certain wrestlers were allowed to have good corner Insagiris. Man,
Ooh,
I don't know who's gonna win this match. It could be Bandito, just because, like, damn, I would love to see Bandito with 2 belts, and Kyle Fletcher losing the belt and then getting kicked out of the Don Callis family would be hilarious. And it feels like they're building to that because Kevin feels like he's becoming the more natural leader of the Don Callis family than Kyle is, especially after his matchup and his big shit talking.
Oh, on Dynamite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I want to talk about right there real fast, because right after this is Willow and Tekla, and that deserves the attention it deserves. Kevin Knight. I remember the first time they gave that little nigga a mic on Dynamite, and he said, "Hey, You won. It was a little standby match. Talk your shit. And he said the phrase that now lives rent free in my head. I'm the one you look up to. I said, damn, wait a goddamn second. And he just kept going, just talking his shit. The cadence, the flow, the swag. Like the unfettered, just like him. Shout out Carmelo Hayes.
I'm the one you look up to.
And that has a double meaning. Because not only do you look up to him because, like, the obvious, metaphor, but you're going to be looking up at them lights every single time. And now he has 10 most all-time TNT defenses.
And you know what even the best part about the whole situation is, though? Is the fact that Kevin Knight, greatness that he is, he's also got a main event title match. But we're not there yet. Hold on. We've got 2 more matches. One of them being... Get these old-ass niggas off my screen! Cage and Co. versus... This match is going to be... Oh my god, bro. Please, just take the title off.
You know they're going to win. You know they're going to win.
Sadly, because they're not losing that belt until at least All In. And they're
the
probably...
Bucks.
It might be.
You know that's what's going to happen. That's what they've been teasing. Ever since FTR dipped.
It might be. One last Young Bucks run, I'll accept it.
Because, hey, I still think the reason Cage and Cope win this match is because the New Day show up. And it's going to be New Day, Cage and Cope and the Young Bucks in a TLC match to find the tag team champions of the world.
It would be a great 6-man. Hell, make it a ladder match. I don't care. Make it TLC. Make it TLC. Make it TLC. We could really do it again. Bucks, Cage and Cope, and the New Day, whatever their damn name's gonna be now. New Days, New Day,
New Dawn,
Up,
down, down.
Up, down is a way better name. However, they're probably gonna have to be in so much legal trouble for that, considering WWE.
I thought
Wait, do they own that?
I think Creed owns that.
I thought it was under the WWE.
If Creed owns that, then dude.
It's his. He can use it. On it. Oh my god, the Up, down channel. Oh my god, Up, down channel on AEW. Oh my god. This match is gonna be whatever to me. I don't really care about this tag team match because you already know Cage. Again, this entire pay-per-view was very middle of the road. We're getting to there.
It's their backlash.
This is. I was gonna say more like Roadblock. This is like the road. You don't remember Roadblock, do you? Goddamn. They used to call the show before WrestleMania Roadblock.
Okay. That's cool.
It's like they're, goddamn, I'm old. And then, because, Tony loves us, we have just Tekla versus, first of all, a fucking...
you don't know.
This match is going to be amazing. Tekla versus
You
Willow
don't know.
is going to be so good. What do I not know?
The tag match. The other tag match.
Oh, right. It's not on here. I forgot.
Oh, I was like, did I not send you that?
We'll come to Willow and Tekla after that. I forgot. The goddamn insane... We're getting a double dog collar match. The dogs versus... Guns Up, the Bang Bang Gang, and it's not. No. We're not getting the guns, and we're not. No. It's a pay-per-view, big dog. You know who we're pulling up with? We're pulling up with Mr. Nobody big. Just the man who single-handedly sold out Madison Square Garden, Mr. Jay White, and of course, the absolute mad lad that he is, Juice Ravi-san. We're gonna get double dog collar match. This was announced on like Wednesday night, so casually. We're just having it. It's It's on PPV.
Mind you, this is all in Canada. These crowds gonna be hot.
We're getting first of all, there's at least 3 Canadians on actually four Canadians on this entire card. You have the 2 up here, Cage and Cope, or is Cage from Canada?
Yeah, they're both from Canada.
Okay, both Canadian. We have a Canadian in the main event, which you already know they're gonna go insane. And we have a Canadian in no holds barred match. I guess Jericho's Canadian. I mean, shit, is he Canadian? All them fucking 2020 comments this nigga was making on Twitter. You sure he was Canadian? This nigga sure didn't seem Canadian. This nigga sure did seem like he wanted to be an American, alright. But whatever. Water under the bridge, Mr. Fozzie. Regardless.
This match is going to hit like crack cocaine.
Because
y'all remember FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang.
And that match was insanely good.
For no reason on a random ass collision.
Because we can be. Because it's what we do. It's what we do. I'm sorry.
That one was for Dave.
But the fact that we have all these good matches, but the 2 best matches on the card, and we can finally talk about it. Willow, a pit bull versus a chihuahua with a knife. This matchup is going to be great because Tekla having to use her nasty spider moves to face off against the newly back pushed Willow Nightingale. Now, here's my dilemma in this match. I want Willow to win really, really bad. I want Willow to dominate badly. However, if Willow wins this match, and she does beat Tekla, she immediately gets fed to Mercedes.
But
do I want Tekla to hold the belt for 20 days? No. However, would that be an exciting 20 days? Yes.
Wait, you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it. Because what I'm seeing Wembley double main event, where one of the main events is 2 black women, 2 of the greatest black women that ever stepped foot into the squared circle. All I'm saying is Willow can win the title again.
Yes, and that's why I don't have an issue with her being a transitional champion, because it will be a transitional championship period. Tekla losing the belt here wouldn't harm her in the biggest, because she has another championship that she has to go defend eventually, and I'm sure she does miss going to Stardom every now and then, because Stardom is awesome. Willow winning this championship here in Canada with the biggest goddamn pop possible would be insane. And her going to Wembley, oh my god. Tekla losing this championship would make the belt chasing when she comes back from her Stardom excursion. It would be fun. It would make it even better. And to be fair, I don't want to see a heel versus heel at Wembley because there's no for a big
like unless Mercedes turns face in like
which isn't
in the
happening.
time scheme. Yeah.
Which isn't happening. And I don't want I don't want a heel versus heel semi-main because that makes no sense for the Wembley itself, because we need a villain and a heel and a face and a good guy. That's just how it works. It's wrestling. You can do heel versus heel sometimes, but
wait, okay, we'll get to this when we talk about the match. Go on.
But Tekla versus Willow is going to be a great match, and I want Willow to win. I'm not going to be upset if she loses. I'm lying. If black women don't win, I'm always upset. But
I'm a riot. No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say this as biased as I physically can, because Willow Nightingale is without a doubt, like,
she's
now that Tony's gone. No. She's my favorite women's wrestler ever right now, because they dog walking EO over there in the Fed. That's my girl. She makes me feel good to be alive. Every
time she comes to the ring, every time that theme song hits, a smile on my face comes up. No matter what. I can't control it. Because Willow, no matter what she's doing, whether she's getting killed on the mat, killing somebody in that ring, throwing someone outside the ropes, it's always gonna be hype. I love Willow Nightingale. She's so cool. She's so entertaining. Everything about her story is, hey, I'm happy to kill you, but I'm also happy just to do it. Willow's awesome. She's the most fun member of the conglomeration. She's the most fun member of the conglomeration.
I might say a hot take. I think that Willow is the perfect women's wrestler. Like in the modern day, I think she's the perfect women's wrestler.
First of all, she has everything I need out of her. She can talk, she can wrestle, she can take a bump, she's pretty, she got it, bro. She's got the personality for this shit. Like, I don't know.
Scared me there for a second.
No, my fault. I paused because I was about to say like, I was about to glaze for a minute, but I was like, yeah. Willow, you so damn fine. Willow, please, you ain't never gonna hear from me. You don't know who I am. You probably damn near 10 years my senior. I don't care. Regardless, I think we both have a very strong opinion on Willow winning this match. Tony.
Oh, absolutely.
Tony.
Don't let me down, please.
Don't let me down. I'm going to review the show. I'm going to.
I need this.
Don't fuck me. Don't you ever try to fuck me on this one. Gato does it every week. Don't you do this to me. I believe in you. And finally, your main event. Kenny Omega versus Kevin Knight. Now, we all know who's winning. That's not what's important. What is important is how fucking good these two men are going to go out there and beat each other's ass. Kenny, in his home, is probably going to get disrespected by Kevin at least once or twice. Kenny, who is one of the... No, fuck that. One of the greatest gaijin to ever step foot in a New Japan ring. The greatest gaijin to ever step foot in a New Japan ring. Callum can't win that title until he actually learns Japanese. When he can go out there and start speaking full Japanese sentences, he doesn't get greatest gaijin ever.
You ever hear a nigga just say something so crazy, you gotta hit a new metal pose?
Regardless, Kenny Omega and Kevin Knight are gonna hoop. They might get 40. They might go 40. And I'd be okay with that. Kevin Knight getting this much exposure is great for him because this is how you build young stars. This is what we literally talked about like 2 weeks ago. This is how you build young stars. You put them in positions like this. I mean, look at every single person in this, like, on this card. If we don't even just look at like the main event specifically, Kevin, Willow, Maya, Andrade, Davis, fucking Bandito, and Fletcher. All these wrestlers are young stars who can one day win. Now, I'm saying young in quotes because some of these niggas are... I don't know. Fletcher looked like he at least 30. Bandito, I have no clue. Mask fishing is crazy. Andrade, this nigga definitely at least 30-something. Maya is the youngest probably on this damn card, if we're being honest. But, like, the fact that we're building so much young talent just on this card alone, I want Maya to win. I want Willow to win. I really kind of want Kevin to win just for the fucking backlash of it all. I really do. Just for the bullshit. Just because Doom posting would be so funny. The way Twitter would erupt. Oh my god. Canada might actually throw cans into the ring. It might turn into 1997 WCW.
I could already see niggas spinning it, being like, well, Kevin's first match in AEW was against Will, so wouldn't it be great if Will beats Kevin again to win the title? No, it wouldn't.
But would it be funny?
So yeah, Kevin's getting fed.
But would it be funny? Yes.
Well, obviously, of course it would be.
For the backlash, for the Wednesday itself,
for the memes,
for the meme. Oh, for the Twitter alone would go insane.
Hey,
we might see next
I
level
could already
slurs.
see 6 young boy edits to Kevin Knight fucking clips, bro. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm going gore. Hardcore. I'm going gore. Hardcore. I'm going gore. That's what I want to see. Regardless, this entire tournament, this entire, like, card is great. I'm excited to see every single match on here. If I had to pick from like every single person I think who's actually winning, Kenny, Willow, Cajun Cope, Fletch, Maya, Andrade, God. Probably, honestly, probably Will Ospreay and Mox. Ciampa, and then I don't have any pick in the 6-way ladder match because I don't really. Someone's gonna win.
It depends on who the other two people
that's
are.
what, it's too early to call. That's my only issue of like I can't call this just yet.
I agree with all of that except for Bandito because it doesn't matter for me. I think Bandito's gonna win every match that he's booked in. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I want to believe that, but it's really hard to call that. It's hard to call that right now because every time Bandito he's had multiple title opportunities on PPV while being Ring of Honor champion. I have issues with wrestlers not defending their belts on PPV while challenging for other belts. It bothers me in a way that like shouldn't, because if this is the case, put both belts on the line. Double champ that bitch. If I was Fletcher, he better than me. Because I would have been like, all right, bet. You want to challenge for me? Put that belt on the line too. Double it up. Winner take all. That's me, though. That's me on the pen. That's just me on the pen. And Kevin Knight winning his match with Darby Allin on Wednesday and then immediately going into AEW and then having this title match, it says a lot. Kevin is goated.
He used to tag with Kushida, of course he is. And I think that's a perfect segue. I think that's a perfect segue to get to talk about this fucking G1.
Let's talk about it because we haven't even been able to talk about any of it since the start of the G1. And as the New Japan guy, I will start with night 1, of course, because the results came in of night 1. We had a 9-match card of straight New Japan action. 9 matches, which started off with, a pretty decent opening match of Aaron Wolf versus Hinare. Aaron Wolf gets a pinfall in a 9-minute match with a reverse angle slam. Gets that win, pretty decent. And then
hold on, wait, let me give my opinion, because I feel like you're selling that a little short. Them motherfuckers were fighting in that ring.
Absolutely trying to kill each other in that ring.
Absolutely just...
But that's how every Hinare match is, to be fair.
And I love
every
it.
Hinare match is, hey, you want to go out there and kill each other?
You want to go out there and prove something?
But sadly, immediately after we moved to Jake Lee versus Shingo Takagi, which...
Did I send you anything about that? Did I send you an
you sent
audio
an
message?
Yep, you did.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it really fast while you're fucking doing that.
This match went 10 minutes, mind you. 10 minutes. 10 whole minutes. Now, this is the Jake Lee match that makes me frustrated, but there's a Jake Lee match coming up that makes me very, shocked, surprised.
Oh, they're lucky I can't find it. I had a lot to say about that bullshit. Oh my god.
Jake Lee beat Shingo Takagi in 10 minutes with a fucking... Oh my god. Anyway, I'm moving on. Fuck that match. That shit... Oscar versus... Third match of the night 1 was Oscar versus Ren Narita. It's Ren Narita, guys. Come on. You want my real opinion? Oscar won. I was happy with that. We'll discuss Ren Narita in a couple minutes. We'll get there. Gato made some choices this tournament, but he made a good choice with the next match because Yuto Ice versus Great Khan.
Oh my god!
Solid, great, insanely even with all the small moments in it. Man, Yuto Ice coming out to his new theme, the all white fit, the you're gonna get your fucking head kicked in, the that shit's hard. And, Yuto Ice pinning one half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions, the titles that he lost in the opening round. We're going to run that back later. We're going to come back to that. Don't worry. We will. But we move on to, unfortunately, the last match of Umino's tournament. Shota versus Zack. A match that he unfortunately did suffer a concussion. and a concussion that led him to withdraw from this year's G1 tournament. There is no more competition for him. It hurts a lot because no one wants to see this. I hated to see this. And this match was probably one of the best matches of the night. Hell, it was the best match of the tournament so far when it first happened. 16 minutes. 16 minutes and 10 seconds ending in a Zack driver.
And motherfuckers do both. There was a point where Shooter just cold cocked Zack, and Zack sold it fucking perfectly. You would have thought he died in that ring for a couple of seconds. It was beautiful. That match was so fucking good for every reason that it had to be. Because I know Walter loves saying this on commentary. Zack Sabre Jr. is never going to be another man's measuring stick. Continues to do so, though. Continues to
prove why he is the dominant force. Why he is a dominant force. Because, my nigga, goddamn, that shit is impressive. Match was great. Everything about the match was great. Zack is the greatest technical wrestler. He might be one of the best strikers in New Japan. Like, goddamn. Every time he gets in that ring, I just become so impressed. And even though I've seen his matches a million times, every time he comes out, somehow just pulls out a way to do something brand new, something fresh, something innovative. It's great. I love it. And
I feel like what made that match probably more enjoyable for like a Shooter fan like me is that he was matching him. There was not a point where Zack was out like substantially out wrestling Shooter. Like there just wasn't. He had something for everything Zack had.
And Shooter, you know, giving back what he could. It was unfortunate what happened, but this did give us a lot for him because he was out there to prove something. Now, does this injury kind of stop his progress? Yeah, he probably won't be back until at least the end of the tour. Maybe he'll be back at the final. And he'll probably have a lot to say. He's been positive throughout the entirety of like all his injuries, all his like failures, him losing the belt. Like it sucks. It really does. But he will come back. He will win something with a vengeance. Hell, 2027 World Cup, New Japan Cup. I'm totally okay with a Shooter victory. But we move on to, honestly, I'm skipping Hiroki Goto versus Sonata because Sonata got dogged out. Next match, Yuya Uemura versus Callum Newman in the opening night. Man. Callum, you are a heel. And I genuinely thought that, you know, all the arm breakers were going to be the cause of his loss, but him being able to like truly, I am better, I can still move, I can still fight. Because even when we were watching this, like when we were talking about this, we knew this matchup was going to be scary because Callum does have a serious injury or is still working against a serious injury. And people have been like, every single person he's faced has used it against him and has been a technical wrestler, which really sucks to start off with because he's getting the worst of the batch at the start. Yuya, Ren Narita, and then Zack Sabre Jr. The three fuck your shoulder niggas? Really? Hilarious. I think that's actually mad funny from Gato. I'll give him that. That's mad funny. That's genuinely hilarious. Then we move to our semi and then our main. Our semifinal being Ryohei Oiwa versus Boltin Oleg. Let's not sell this match short in any way possible. Good God. These two styles mesh like chocolate and peanut butter. Because Oleg, yes, he is the stronger wrestler. Oiwa, yes, he is the more technical wrestler. But both are big boys. They're muscular. They're technical. They can batter you. But Oleg out here, he was trying to destroy Oiwa. And
Oleg has something to prove.
And Oiwa was doing everything he could to break down his body, show him that he's not that strong. He can't be the strong champion. But it only took so much. It took so much before he could finally get there. But that shoulder on Oleg, Oiwa had been working it the whole match. He'd been trying to put him in a submission the whole match, and unfortunately,
your arm big.
You can only take so much before Ryohei Oiwa got the arc clutch, and had to make, for the safety of the rest of Oleg's tournament, he had to tap early. And that's kind of the story throughout this entire, you have to pace yourself through the G1. If you get an injury early, that can be targeted, that can be an angle.
And the worst thing about it is, I feel like the worst part about being in a match with Oiwa, especially in any kind of tournament setting, is that's a big nigga. Like,
He's big.
You getting into submission into, like, with any other, like, like Zach, for instance. Like, if you're Oleg, you can power your way out of that. Ryohei Oiwa is called the Grit for a reason. That's like getting trapped within, like, the jaws of life. You have to tap, especially if you're Oleg, because that's someone who can match your strength. Even maybe not all the way, but enough for you to be like, okay, hold on. Yeah, I can't play around with this nigga.
Zach is 211. He doesn't look 211. He does not look 211 weight-wise at all. Every time I look at him, he looks maybe like 140.
I thought you were saying some bullshit like centimeters. He's 211 pounds?
Yes, apparently. He's billed at 96 kgs. Now, I'm finding very hard to believe that Zack Sabre Jr. is built at 211.
For the viewers at home, I'm 160. These arms are bigger than Zack Sabre Jr.'s. They just are.
180. They're saying between 187 to 96, but it's saying 211 might be the most build weight. That's insane to say, because that's 211. Now let's look at Ryohei Oiwa.
That's a big boy.
Very. Now let's look at Ryohei Oiwa. Whoa, shit. He's 243. He's 243. Straight muscle. 243 Ryohei Oiwa. Now, that's 30 plus pounds added on with all that technical wrestling skill. He's literally wrestling under one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time.
If he doesn't get to the finals, I'm gonna be so pissed. Oh,
who else would it be? Who else?
Because the four should be Yuya, Ryohei, Callum, and Tsuji, right?
I was gonna say Takeshita, but Tsuji would also make match.
Yeah, actually no, fuck Tsuji, Takeshita, hell yeah, fuck that big teeth bitch.
Speaking of big teeth bitch, the main event, Kenosuke Takeshita versus Yota Tsuji, a matchup that was very good, actually. A lot of people said it was the best match of the tournament so far. I digress. I disagreed. It's not. I thought
Yuya and Zach have the best match for me.
Still, one of a great match. It was this buck teeth bitch. He's just Japanese Seth Rollins.
Don't say that's disrespectful to Seth Rollins, and you know it is. The only thing that Tsuji has on Seth, he has two things actually. He's not as injury prone, and he can cut a better promo.
Yeah. I also like to say this "fuck you, nigga, fuck your shoulder" move needs to be banned.
Oh, this move
blaster? This move might be worse than the buckle bomb in like ways to injure someone. Like you're going into someone full speed, full rotation, and then slamming their shoulder. Why? It's not safe.
Because he's like, well, I can't just do a spear.
You can though. You
have a good spear, damn it.
You have a very good spear, and you. Anyway, night 2. I'm done with night 1. Night 2 was better.
Keep a pin in that. I just want everyone to keep a pin in that at home. Takeshita lost to Yota Tsuji. Fair. You would think so, correct?
But put a pin in this for later because we have a lot of Tsuji matches to talk about as well. Here we move to night 2. I'm skipping all these tag matches because they're not important. We move to night 2. And our opening bout is Drilla Maloney versus Gabe Kidd.
Ooh, I almost ripped my shirt.
I'd like to say, holy fucking peak. These men wanted to murder each other. For the sake of Graps and for the sake of Peak, I loved it. It was violent. It was bloody. And then in the end, Drilla won. Drilla got that pinfall.
I just want to let the viewers at home know I was at work watching this match. I was on my break. When he hit the Drilla Killer in 1, 2, 3.
I know you
jumped
screamed.
I jumped and I ran around the break room. Luckily there was nobody in there. Actually, there was one person in there, and they were like, "Huh? What are you doing?" I was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But oh my god! And then he, Crimson Mask and all, held the title and made that buck-tooth dumb nigga look up at him and say, "Just, yeah, look at this. It's gonna mean something later."
Such a pretty photo. And
A beautiful image.
It will come up later because all my fans, everybody in my chat has been saying UK massive. UK massive. UK absolutely massive with this one. Great matchup. I'm skipping the next one because Sonata got another loss against Great Okan.
To who?
Great Okan.
To who?
Great Okan.
Yeah.
GOAT! Don't worry, the GOAT will be glazed in just a couple more seconds. Konosuke Takeshita versus Jake Lee. Oh, I'm so glad we're getting Jake Lee losing. Just get this nigga out my tournament. Like,
Raging Fire!
I love that move, but I also still don't get Jake Lee. I don't get it.
I did like the story they told in the match. And Takeshita was like, "No, I want Jake Lee. I don't want this clown shit. Like, give me the All Japan motherfucker that I came in with."
He basically said, I want the guy that I was trained with. I don't want whatever the fuck you are now.
Yeah, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Moving on to the referee stoppage match. Bolton Oleg versus Yuto Ice. A match that made me kind of uncomfortable at the end and low-key during it. These two, if you thought the opening match of night 2 was bad, this match was very uncomfortable because Oleg and Yuto are dojo mates. They were in the dojo together. They trained together. They were young lions together. And because Yuto refused to be pinned, refused to go down, refused to give up, Bolton decided...
Ripping off his tape.
He decides... Yeah, let me just throw this nigga on his neck as many times. He pulled a KO versus Sami Zayn. The ref had to physically push him off and say, bro, stop. He's not moving. He's not even conscious. Yuto's lifeless body being thrown back and forth to the ground, and then the red shoes have to go, oh, bro, hey, chill. Like,
Oscar hopping off commentary to be like, hold on.
To be like, whoa. Even Oscar on commentary was like, yo, chill. Like, that match made me really uncomfortable. But it's good like that. Wrestling is great when it makes you feel these things. But the fact that even Oleg after the match went, whoa, did I go too far? Like, he paused, looked at his friend, and picked his, like, hand up and going, like, this guy right here, he's him. But, like, Yuto got destroyed this match.
Oleg was crying walking back to the backstage. Like, he was legitimately beside himself.
Because he already had the match, like, dominated mostly. During this match, it was pretty much Oleg 70% of the time.
Yeah, it was just Yuto not going down and Oleg being like, what the fuck do I have to do to, like, to take you out?
And Walker Stewart on commentary saying, like, yeah, he had to go to that dark side to beat him. But did he need to go that far?
Walker Stewart on commentary didn't put this match into another stratosphere. This is one of my favorite matches in the tournament. Maybe not because of, like, the wrestling within the match, but the story that they told within it. That was my mom.
No, you're good. But we will move on next to Shingo Takagi versus Ryohei Oiwa, which, again, any Oiwa match, he's out there proving why he's called the Grip. This match fucked.
Shingo won this match, right?
He did. And barely, though. Like,
no, that's what I was going to say, because, like, I was like, there's one match that I'm thinking that Shingo had to, like, and I don't know everything about him, but I do know the moves that he does, and he doesn't hit Burning Dragon that often.
No. When he hits the burning, like, when he hits any move that he doesn't unnecessarily need to do, it's always nice because, like, he had to try. He had to try hard to win this match.
Yeah, it was great.
And it was insane. Oiwa was like, he kept giving him everything, having to do a superplex, like multiple. He had to hit Last of the Dragon, Burning Dragon. Like, he was doing everything he could. And he only won this match because Oiwa, like, thought he had a grip. He slipped right out, he used the grip against him and put him in that's hard.
This shit was tough.
And it was a good matchup. And I'm glad that Shingo won because, hey, I'm never going to be upset about that.
He's going to need a couple of points before he gets, mathematically taken out.
Jake Lee first. Anyway, Hiroki Goto versus Yota Tsuji. I should have known when this was going to be the main event that Goto was going to had something to prove. 22 minutes. The longest matchup of the tournament so far. 22 minutes.
That motherfucker was spamming in reverse GTRs. He had to. He had to.
To be fair, a lot of his matches are spamming GTRs. I love Goto for that, though. If you have a broken move, and even Walker Stewart says, "Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke."
GTR.
I love the call for the GTR every time because like GTR is one of those moves you can hit anywhere. He hits it on your back, on your neck, on the front of your head, on your body, on your leg.
He hit a fucking sunset flip power bomb. Like,
Goto, the man
bullshit.
you are. I want Goto to win the belt one more time, and I want him to win the belt that's eluded him.
That's E Honda, bro.
And that was just night 2. Let's move to night 3. Oh, what happened on night 3? Oh, something casual. We just opened with Hanare versus Drilla Maloney. The match.
When Hanare came out and said "Brown Boys up," I knew we were in for some fucking graps. I knew we were.
And then they went out there and murdered each. There's a legitimate point in this match where Drilla Maloney picks up Hanare, throws him onto the mat from the top rope for a power bomb. I shit you not, I jumped because it sounded like a gunshot. It sounded those rings are so crisp.
That's Cerulean Blue.
But man, this matchup, power bombs, like these two big meaty men slapping meat was the theme of this match. It was great.
They both had something to prove because Drilla is walking in there having pinned a champion in his last match, and Hanare is walking in there as a triple champion.
3 titles.
So yeah, man.
Great matchup. And then we move to Gabe Kidd versus Oscar. A hilarious matchup, to be fair. Like, actually funny. Because a lot of this matchup was just Gabe Kidd trolling, Oscar showing that he's bigger and better. But
Better. I just want to point that out. Bad curve.
He really did give Gabe Kidd a lot in this match. The only reason Gabe Kidd was able to win this match really was because he's more experienced. He cheated. And like he gave a pile driver. And when I say that Oscar rose up, nigga, I felt the aura. And like even Gabe's like, my nigga, nobody gets up from those. What's wrong with you?
Stop!
He had to pick his ass back up and re-pile drive him again. I love this fucking tournament, man. And then we moved to some shit that pissed me off. Ren Narita versus Callum Newman. Now, Gato.
Ooh, wait, I want to set the scene for a second. I tried my best to stay up for some of these. Some of these I had to watch later. I watched all the tag matches for this. I wake up to see the middle of this match. And I'm like, oh man, perfect timing. It's my boy. And it's just that scumfuck bastard Ren Narita. Can't nothing go wrong here. Right, MJ?
Let me pause this because I want to say the funniest part of this match was the shenanigans on the outside. Now, I hate House of Torture BS, but this match was decently funny as both Dick Togo and Zane J. Was it Zane J? Was it Zane J or was it Jacob Austin Young? Okay, Zane J. The fact that they were both out there bullshitting, ringing the bells, and cheating for their other leader is funny. But you have the audacity to book Ren Narita getting a submission victory over Callum Newman?
Did you notice that it was cattle mutilation?
Yes, and that will be the only reason that I will put the caveat here, because Newman's shoulder is injured, but you have him lose to Narita, but win against Zack Sabre Jr.? You could have flipped. Next match. And the best match of the tournament so far. Yuya versus Zack Sabre Jr. 25 minutes and 18 seconds. The longest matchup of the tournament now.
I haven't said this because I wanted to wait for the podcast, so I would say it in front of a live studio audience so you could hold me to it. Yuya is the next Tanahashi.
Ladies and gentlemen, we finally got some admittance. And we also got one of the best fucking New Japan matches of the fucking year. Oh my god. It started off with technical wrestling, which we knew it would. But then it just elevated. The absolute pretzel maker that this man put him in. The legs over the... Like, what? What?
Like, I went back and rewatched that match because it was just like... When there are certain moments and times in professional wrestling where I forget that I'm watching a scripted, a scripted thing. Those men went out there and showed me what professional wrestling can be and
is
should
meant
be.
To be. The fact that Yuya proved here that yes, I can be the next ace. I can be Tanahashi-san. He gave him a aces high and pinned him with the aces high. He gave him a high fly flow and then an aces. This match was just so good. I can't stop singing this match's praises. Zach, the wrestler you are, you always make people look dominant when they need to be, and you always look dominant yourself when you need to be. I can't stop singing this match's praises because it was the best match of the tournament. It is the best match of the tournament, and it's going to continue being the best match of the tournament until we find something better. The beatings will continue until morale has improved.
It's because Kosei Fujita can't be carrying on niggas' weight all the goddamn time. He just can't. He needs a break. He just does.
He's sick of having to do it 24/7, 365.
God, him and Taiji, bro. Y'all need to give them niggas a break. Step up. Y'all the super heavyweights for a reason. God.
Now we move to night. What was it? Night 4? Is this night 4? I believe this is night 4. I said a lot about Jake Lee beforehand, but this match really took the cake for me in the simple troll job. I have to give Jake Lee credit. This is elite trolling. He walked in there, faked a whole injury. Oh, my knee! And as soon as the ref was about to call it, uses his finisher and beats Goto.
And then Fortnite emotes.
And then Fortnite emotes on the stage. Everybody in my live was clowning me, saying Jake Lee up. Jake Lee, fuck nigga. I had to take multiple rips. I was frustrated.
I didn't even watch that match because then I heard what happened. I said, no, I'm definitely not watching this.
I voice chatted you for this one. I literally had to send a voice memo. I was so pissed. Regardless, a great troll job. Can't even be mad. That's literally what a jester does. We move to Ryohei Oiwa versus Great-O-Khan. I gave my opinion on this match. I thought it was really boring. I thought it was really, really boring.
Really?
Ryohei Oiwa versus Great-O-Khan was one of those matches I was like, can we... It felt very middle of the road. Because I didn't think Great-O-Khan was going to win this. And Great-O-Khan was doing a lot of trolling this match. Like he usually does, but it also was just like... He was working the ribs. Yes. But I really just didn't... I wasn't feeling this one. I wasn't feeling it. Very slow, very monotonely paced. It's still a good Oiwa match. Like even Oiwa's worst matches are better than a Fed match, but like again, it was a decent middle of the road. It was okay. Oiwa won. There was nothing spectacular to say about it. I do have a lot to say about the next match though. Takeshita versus Yuto Ice.
Oh my god.
Another ref stoppage.
Because the night before, they had a tag match that they had a ref stoppage for. Like, I don't know if you remember that shit. They were fighting in the crowd. They had a double count out. I said, "Oh, I know this shit finna be some nice."
And there you only the move that Takeshita put Yuto in to win this match. You only do that type of submission when you hate somebody. Because the sitting on someone's back during a rear naked choke is already like you don't have any oxygen and you're casually losing oxygen because you're sitting on their lungs. But to then stretch their spine upward, and Yuto passed out almost immediately. 2 referee stoppages in 2 matches. Yuto is not having the best tournament so far. But fuck me if his matches haven't been entertaining.
They've been banging, but like they're doing something. Like his losses are still doing more for him than like some other wrestlers' wins are. Like every Yuto Ice loss is, and this is gonna sound really shitty coming from me specifically, me, a black man. Every Yuto Ice loss does more for Yuto's career than every single Javon Evans win. I want y'all to sit with that. Because I'm not wrong.
You're not, but it's sad to say.
It is sad.
It really is truly how it feels. Not only that, we had next God Sonata pins this weak ass nigga Tsuji. 15-minute peak matchup. I watched this from start to finish. Mind you, this nigga came out dressed like the yellow man from
I was there with you. Upside down.
Match was the gear was fire. I loved the gear. And then he comes out and gives 15 minutes of this was 2019 Sonata. This was the Sonata I fell in love with. This man went out
I couldn't talk shit. I couldn't talk shit during this match.
You were trying to the whole time. You were trying to find anything to say. But every time these two wrestled, and it wasn't even, there was maybe a couple botches, but it wasn't even Sonata's fault. Tsuji always goes out there and makes Sonata look bad. Every single matchup they have. He can't do that stupid ass move because Tsuji can't fucking stand up with his big pot belly ass. I still love Tsuji. I just hate his ass sometimes. But Sonata only cheated at the very end. He literally, he barely cheated. He didn't use no House of Torture shenanigans. Didn't use the guitar. He didn't even bring it out. He literally only lifted him up, gave him a low blow, dead fall, and he pinned the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, and you remember that pin that we had earlier? Hey, Gato. I hate you. I hate you more than I think that Cleveland hates LeBron James. Because what do you fucking mean this geriatric nigga with Naito knees pins the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion? But arguably the greatest Japanese wrestler, Konosuke Takeshita, the fucking alpha, you have him lose to that bullshit ass move with that Britney Spears ass thong?
Worst theme in wrestling. Worst theme in wrestling right now.
No. That bullshit Nickelback shit they got Chad Gable running on, that's ass.
But
that's bona fide ass.
I'm just glad that Sonata got this victory, and I hope that he does get an opportunity later on. I hope the title opportunity does come up, even if it's on a road show. I'd be fine with a title match because this match was great. You can't even deny this match was solid.
That match was fucking great. It was like, it might be like the second best match of the tournament right now.
Low key.
Like no bullshit, no glaze, because you know I don't fuck with Sonata. You know I hate that big teeth nigga Tsuji. Fuck that nigga.
But it was such a good.
It was solid.
Match. Like everything about this match, it should have been the main. In my opinion, should have been the main.
When it wasn't, I was surprised.
And the fact that we got Boltin Oleg versus Shingo after this, which Big, meaty men slapping. This matchup was great.
I don't know if y'all can tell. Shingo Takagi is one of my favorite Japanese wrestlers ever. Every time he's on, Taki Taki Da! That shit right there.
It's
That
so
shit right
good.
there.
Shingo Takagi went out there, and Boltin Oleg went out there. They both did what they needed to do. They tried to kill each other. They wanted to kill each other.
He's
And
one of the nastiest made in Japans I ever seen.
but it was Oleg's time. It was Oleg's day, and Oleg got that win. And then he went out there, talked his shit, and said, "I will be the one to win this tournament. It is my year. I will be the one to dominate." And Bars, I'm believing he might make it to the Final Four at this point. The way he's walking in this tournament, hey,
it might come down to Yuya Bolton. Oof.
Callum
Ooh.
Oiwa.
Callum Oiwa, yeah. And I need them to run back Yuya and Bolton, but in the finals for this G1.
And just like that, we move to our final night of G1 Climax competition so far. Night 5. A lot to say about this night. Lots to say. Let's start with Gabe versus Aaron Wolf. Holy troll job again. I love Gabe, because coming out there and hitting the...
That's I was asleep for that. I haven't gone back and watched those. So
Holy troll job. He came out in judo gear and literally started hitting the... on Wolf. He still won. Because this was mostly Gabe's match, and Aaron Wolf tried to wrestle Gabe's style, but he should have focused on his judo. And unfortunately, Gabe did have the upper hand most of this match. He called him a fat bastard a lot, which was hilarious. I thought that was hella funny.
I want to call Gabe get a better wrestler so bad.
Doesn't matter because he's leading his block with 6 points. For now. We move to Hinari versus Oscar. Yeah, that's about the opinion we have about this match. Yeah, it was a match.
It happened.
It sure wasn't a match. It wasn't anything in spectacular. It felt the same for me for Oiwa versus Great Okan. It happened. It went. It sure did have an ending. It was pretty whatever to me. Oscar matches, they're okay. They're not supposed to be spectacular. His style, like I said, his style is still kind of not
got the best leg drop in the business, though.
Yeah, but everything else...
Yeah, he's a tag team wrestler.
Just give him a couple more years. He just needs to flesh out his...
He's got to figure it out. This is like his first tournament, right?
This is his first tournament singles-wise, yes.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
anything. He hasn't really done much singles-wise. Even on his excursion, he was a tag team wrestler during his excursion with Utah Ice.
Let's figure it out.
And then we move to our semi and our main. Yuya versus Drilla. I thought Yuya had this match in the bag. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was Yuya's match. Unfortunately, Drilla... These two went out there to do something. It started slow, but man... After that 10-minute mark, they were like, fuck it, go time. And then I was shocked because the Drilla Killer came out of nowhere.
Hey, man, always does. Always does.
And pins Yuya. Gets that victory. 1, 2, 3. Again, great matchup. Wasn't one of the best of the tournament because we've already said what our favorites have been so far.
If Drilla sneaks his ass into the Final Four, I'm not gonna be mad.
I'm not gonna be either. Everyone is high. Like, Drilla is so over in Japan. It's crazy. But we moved to a matchup
then Meiji Mutz left and went to America. Sorry, I just had to
No, you're good. Meiji Mutz.
Slide that in there.
Watch him out. Hey, watch him out, bro. Watch him out about
man.
the dog. We're gonna have so many opinions on coming up next week.
Oh yeah.
And now we move to the final matchup that has happened so far. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Callum Newman. Man. Man, man, man. Man, man, man. Everyone thought it was Zack's match. I thought it was Zack's match with the way...
Who's everyone?
We saw it last match about how dangerous this man's shoulder is. You're putting Zack Sabre Jr., the best technical wrestler in the world, versus a very injured Callum Newman. I was highly uncomfortable throughout this match. The shoulder breakers, the kicks to the damaged shoulder.
Oh, the fucking Pele? Oh my god.
You saw my face when that match was happening, when Zack kept kicking the same injured shoulder over and over and over again, and Callum was just going, fuck, this hurts so bad, bitch, stop. Like, it's
He has something to prove. He fucking tapped up to Ren Narita. He has something to prove.
And he won with cheating, mind you. But he still won with a schoolboy getting that pinfall victory by pulling the tights and having Zack Sabre Jr.'s ass out. Two twinks having... This is what people keep saying about the UK Massive. This block is UK. The B block stands for British.
And there can only be one. And it will be the youngest ever to win the G1 Climax.
An insanely good tournament so far. If we're looking at the actual results of each block, if we see who has... Let me see. Because by night 5, B block is currently sitting at Drilla Maloney, Callum Newman, Gabe Kidd, and Hanari are all tied at 6. Aaron Wolf, Oscar, Ren Narita, and Yuya all tied at 4. Zack is stuck at 2, and Shota has 0, but he's been mathematically, drawn out.
Why did you say that? Why did you do that? You had no reason to say that.
Huh? What happened?
You had no reason to do that.
What you talking about?
None at all.
Huh? Anyway, and if we go look at A block, currently, Konosuke, Goto, Oleg, Lee, and Oiwa are all sitting at 4. Tsuji, Takagi, Sanada, Okan, and Ice are all sitting at 2.
It's crazy. This is still anybody's tournament.
We're only 5 days in. Night 6 is coming up on the 25th.
I can tell you right now the exact countdown to night 6. 2 seconds for New Japan World to load.
And then it's
1 day, 9 hours, and 15 minutes.
I can't wait.
I just looked at what's happening. Jake Lee and Sanada, Goto versus Great Okan, Yuto, Ice, and Oiwa, we're running that shit back. And Shingo Takagi versus Tsuji. And Bolton versus Takeska.
Takagi versus Tsuji is going to be main event? Oh my god, bro. Get this off my screen. Sonata, Jake Lee. Oh my god. That shit is mad funny. Gang, that's hilarious.
And then the next one we got is for the last only thing we got is Aaron Wolf and Oscar, Drilla versus Callum. Oh, fuck. Gabe Kidd versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Hanari versus Ren Narita.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
This tournament's it's not gonna do me well. This is the best part of any to start wrapping it up and give our highlights of the week. Because I definitely have mine. Because it was Commander versus Kyle Fletcher on that random ass episode of Dynamite. And they say, you know what? Let's go out there and hoop. Let's just hoop.
My highlight of the week. Come on now. You already know it's Yuya versus Zack. You already know what it is. Just the best match of the tournament. 2 men going out there to kill each other. But if I have to give an actual wrestling moment, Jake Lee, the troll you are, you get it this week. You got it. I get it. It's you. Hey, good troll. W troll. I wish I could do that. W troll job. Oh my god. A great week for wrestling. Once again, I'm always glad to be on the podcast, and I'm glad that we're doing this shit again. I will be back next week if I'm off and we have enough time, when we can talk about more G1 Climax stuff. I'm keeping it up on my page. If you're not already followed me at MJ Allstar, it's on TikTok. It's on my YouTube. Still working on YouTube stuff. I'm writing a book. I'm going to eventually put out my first sample chapter on my said TikTok. Coming soon. Regardless, this shit's been fun. I always love talking about wrestling, and especially with you, my right hand, Mr. Chris, goddamn Magnus.
And don't forget, for all of you guys who hate your sleep cycle and don't want to get any REM, MJ and I are streaming the G1 whenever we can on his TikTok.
Just go hit that. Like I said, just go follow my name, MJ Allstar, on TikTok. I always announce the day before, usually 6 hours ahead of when I'm going to stream the G1. Come stop by if you hate your sleep schedule. Trust me, I do. I don't sleep till 5 in the morning anyway, so.
And one last little plug before we wrap it up. My buddy Akira_Ludo has started his little streaming journey. So please go follow him on Twitch and TikTok. I'm usually in his streams if I'm in the Discord call. If you hear the pretty nigga making amazing jokes and is the funniest nigga you ever heard, that's me.
Hold on.
That's me.
Let me fix that. If you see this sexy Cubano ass nigga, if you hear that voice, it's gonna be this one right here.
Is me, but please watch my friend, watch this friend, because he is also a fine ass Afro-Latino man. Join the empire. We got to. But as always, I've been your favorite Indie on the Lone Star casting over Mr. Must-See TV Chris, goddamn Magnus, and that has been a wrestling podcast.